We have seen Grant Gustin's Flash grow not as just a character, but in power as well. The comic book Flash is well known for traveling well past the speed of light, but the TV version seems to not even really go 1% of that true speed. I normally don't do this early on, especially something that's as early as the second episode of a new season. Like, who does that? I have no idea when you'll be watching this, but I just finished watching the second episode of The Flash Season 4. Spoilers for the 2 episodes, I guess, for Season 4. And I gotta say, 6 months in the Speed Force chamber really takes a toll on you. So the Flash has come back stronger than ever after he returned from the Speed Force. He was a little off at first, mumbling the same kind of weird stuff you ramble on about in your English papers to try to make it to the 500 word count.
Ice cream, dream, gleam.
We've seen him grow from barely running 500 miles per hour to passing up speeds of Mach 13.2, taking on bad guys such as the Reverse Flash, Zoom, and Savitar. He's rescued Iris from the Power Ranger Samurai and dismantled a car so far in this season. But one of Barry Allen's more impressive feats from these past few episodes was him saving Joe from an exploding grenade. We're just gonna jump right into this. These hand grenades have an average detonation velocity of 2,150 meters per second. Joe and that one dude over there were only able to jump 5 feet away, so Barry had 0.7 milliseconds to save them both. But the clip dragged on for 11 seconds, and he walked that same distance of 5 feet in the span of 3.3 seconds. Taking into account the conversions between real-time and the Flash's point of view, shows us that he's now over 69 times faster than the speed of sound. But towards the end of the second episode of the latest season, he makes this look like you trying to reach for the TV remote. In short, he gets himself in a pickle, he doesn't think he can do it, Iris says yes you can, and the power of erections help him do the thing that he needed to do. It's just the usual. In the end, he managed to throw lightning at himself to save himself from total destruction. What's interesting about the whole thing is that the people behind the TV show actually slowed down the clip for us to do the fancy analysis. Because time is slowed down, there's no telling how far he threw this thing. We could give a few guesstimates here and there, but it ultimately won't lead to anything entirely accurate. Scaling wouldn't help either, because this boy bending over to show that he got more back than thick so. But what we do know is how fast lightning travels. Lightning usually travels at 2 different speeds. There's the step leader measurement and the return stroke measurement. The return stroke is 1/3 of the speed of light and 1,000 times faster than the initial step leader. But we can't use it because it's the lightning's branch tips that Barry outruns, not the return stroke itself. So in this case, the lightning would be traveling at around 320,000 feet per second. We still can't use this to determine how far Barry traveled because time is slowed down by who knows how much, but what we can do is measure time relativity with the lightning bolt. Even though we don't know the displacement here, we do know for a fact that this lightning bolt is traveling at 320,000 feet per second. It took 7 full seconds to get from its starting position to where the Flash ends up. In contrast, Barry only took 1.2 seconds to reach that same endpoint from the exact same starting point. Since this is a simple straight line run, we can say that whatever the distance is, the lightning took 5.8 times longer to reach that point than Barry did, suggesting that Barry is now 5.8 times faster than the speed of lightning. So does this mean that Grant Gustin's Barry Allen is faster than light? No. But he's getting there. Making sure all of the I's are dotted and all of our T's are crossed, this would only put him at 1,659 times the speed of sound. That's nothing to glance over either. I mean, that's 125.5 times faster than his last calculated running pace, which was Mach 13.2. Whatever roids he was juicing himself on within the Speed Force, it's working, dog. I gotta add though, Barry's speed in the show is inconsistent as hell. Like, look here. In Season 1, he was said to be only around Mach 2. Yet he saves Dr. Wells from the lightning guy on crack in that same season. According to the laws of science, that thing is moving 284 times the speed of sound. This doesn't make sense. You can't be faster than that if you're only running at Mach 2. Some people are arguing that he indeed did go faster than the speed of light, as he went back in time when the show first started, but all the science nerds on the show, Dr. Wells, Cisco, pretty sure Barry himself, confirmed that he only had to run Mach 2 to travel back in time. That probably doesn't work in the real world, but that's TV logic. The reason I bring that point up is because people keep saying that him traveling back in time in the show means he's faster than light. People wanking the TV Flash like that low-key reminds me of that one kid that says,
"Hey, I'm good at science because I have an A+ in English."
How does that even make sense? Those don't even relate to each other at all. In the end though, my calculations mean nothing. For all we know, the screenwriters could have just exaggerated the whole thing, say he's only like Mach 24 still by next week, and that Barry's really Eobard. In summary, he's as fast as the writers need him to be. Anyways, y'all, that's it for the video. I don't know if I'll ever analyze TV stuff like this for a long while, because none of this is ever set in stone and everything's always constantly changing. If you like this video, be sure to smash that like and subscribe button. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And for more of my videos, just click right here.